Hey, what's going on, Pat Fletcher? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pat Talk Patriots podcast. I'm here. I'm your guest today. Hope you guys had a pretty good Christmas, man. I know I did. I got a lot of gifts or whatnot. But hey, man, guys, it's time. It's time to start back talking football, man. It's time, man. We had a little break off. Put out a show yesterday, well, this morning. So make sure you go check that out. I did a preview of the Week 17 matchup, Patriots versus the Jets. So make sure you go check it out right now. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are sharing the content, and make sure you are subscribed to the Cans Pat Talk Patriots podcast. This special guest episode, man. I got my guy, New York Jets situation report, big time Jets content creator. He's going to join me in. We're going to talk a little bit about this Jets game, Week 17. I know a lot of guys are out of the game, but we're going to do a little bit of talking about this game. It's big week. It's a Week 17 matchup, big Week 17 matchup for the Patriots because we win this game. We can clinch the AFC East along with if the Buffalo Bills lose to the Eagles. Situation report. What's going on with you, bro?
Yo, what's up, Ken? Man, it's been a minute, bro. I'm living the dream, dog. Just sitting here watching my team do what it do, which is nothing. Come the month of December. So yeah, man. Hope you had a happy holidays, man. Merry Christmas to you and yours, man. How you been?
Same to you, man. Been great, man. Been great, man. Be even better because my team has been playing good. What are we? 12-3. Looking to get. I know it hurts you right now. Been a Jets fan, been a hated rival in the division. But hey, man, let's hop right into it, man. These New York Jets. Yeah. I know. I think last time we talked was after the draft, I believe, or probably before the draft. I think last time we talked.
Okay, before the draft. Before the draft.
Yeah. And you came on. You gave some predictions for the season, how you thought the season might go. I know it hasn't went how you thought, how you presumed it would go, but just a little recap of the season so far. I mean, y'all play y'all, then y'all play the Bills next week. What's went wrong for the Jets this year?
Everything. Literally everything, man. I think I came into the season and I thought that maybe with the acquisition of Justin Fields, right, that we were going to be able to unlock a level to him that we haven't seen with the Steelers and we haven't seen with the Bears, right? And I stood here on business talking about how every single year he's been in the league, the kid has improved, statistically speaking, has improved and has shown us a little something every single year. And then, of course, he puts on the Jets uniform. And people will say, well, he's only thrown one interception this year. And, you know what I'm saying, like he doesn't turn the ball over, but he doesn't throw the ball either. So I think the quarterback situation, it was a dire one. I should have known better than the Jets to be the ones to unlock the potential of a quarterback when we struggle in that aspect when it comes to development. I was a big believer in potentially having Aaron Glenn come in here and really coach this team up. I really bought into the whole Aaron Glenn thing, man. I really thought coaching was going to be able to be a big component as to how we turn things around. But as the season comes to an end, man, I think I have more questions than answers. I'm at a loss for words, to say the least, man, because I didn't expect it to be this bad. I wasn't expecting to compete with like the Bills or anything like that, nor was I expecting you guys to compete with the Bills. And yet here we are, right? You guys are right back in the driver's seat, like Tom Brady was back in the building or something. And the Jets are right back where we've always been, the basement. We're at the bottom of the division, still trying to figure it out. And after watching this team, this coaching staff, I feel like there's more questions than answers. Like I'm really going through the offseason right now, not knowing how or if we can turn this thing around or if we even have the right coaching staff. So a lot more questions for me, man, than I had coming into the season. Whereas quite the opposite for you guys. You guys know at least y'all have got the coach and y'all know y'all got a franchise quarterback. So yeah, definitely a 180 in regards to when we came into the season where I currently stand.
Back to Aaron Glenn real quick. Now last year we dealt with a similar situation. We hired a first time head coach at Gerard Mayer, but we, know, it was a bad roster. And I mean, reports were coming out at the end of the year that we were going to let him go. But then we heard the same thing like you hear it now, like we're going to keep him. So it's kind of like a mixed messaging going on. Do you think Aaron Glenn would be back for the 2026 season? Would you be shocked if like all of a sudden, like they just say, like last year it came out of nowhere with Gerard Mayo. We thought he was coming back for this season, but like the last couple of weeks, I think Shelfer they started reporting, excuse me, that he would be gone. Do you think Glenn will be back for 26?
So this is where I'm gonna kind of show you the difference in ownership, right? Robert Kraft, I think, is one of the wiser owners in the NFL. This is a guy who's willing to do whatever needs to be done in order for his franchise to succeed. Like he's all about winning. He doesn't care how much it costs, and you've seen that over the years in regards to some of the decisions he's made. And people would wonder, like, man, giving Tom Brady that much power, giving Bill Belichick, people were questioning it, but it always worked out for you guys. Woody Johnson is not that guy. He's not built like that. This dude is so predictable. One of the worst owners in all of sports. I mean, the dude literally just had his PR team cancel a halftime kicking event for this week because they found out that the girl that was the super fan selected to do it played soccer before in college. So they were like, oh wait, let's go ahead and
Yeah,
cancel her from being like Woody Johnson ain't that dude, bro. You guys have the ownership, y'all have got the organization intact. The Jets are not going to fire Aaron Glenn. He'll be here next year. Woody Johnson is going to be the kind of person that's going to probably let him be the coach next year. Year after that, I mean, the whole Robert Saleh situation went on longer than
yeah.
it should have. I mean, Ace was given 2 years at the organization. So now Woody Johnson's not going to let him go. I've gotten to the point now where if the right candidate showed up and was available, that should be taken into consideration that maybe he isn't the guy. But I also understand if can continuity when it comes to the coaching, and you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again every single year. At some point, you've got to let it ride. So if I had to bet on it, Woody Johnson's not that dude, man. He don't got that dog in him like Robert Kraft does, where
Yeah.
he was just like, yeah, I know what I said, but I want to
Time to
win now.
go.
So you're
Yeah.
cut. Yeah, you got to go. So now he'll be here next year. Woody Johnson's telling you
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what he means. He'll be here next year.
You guys, you got rid of Quentin Williams, who I really like come out of Alabama. Traded him for Dallas 2027 first, I think.
Correct. And the second
Okay,
round in
and
the season.
you got rid of Sauce Gardner. Were you
Yeah,
surprised by those two trades? I mean, I was surprised by the Sauce Gardner trade. The Quentin
the
Williams,
sauce
I
one.
wasn't really traded because I had been
Yeah,
hearing things about that. But
yeah.
it's a two-part question. Were you surprised? Then the second part is the capital that you got back, because you got like a total what, like about 3 first-round picks
We
in
got three
total.
first round picks and a
But
second round
as we
pick.
all
Yeah.
know, you can have all the picks you want. You got to use them
Don't
right.
matter if you miss.
You got to
Yep.
hit on the picks. So yeah, how'd you feel about that, man? The Sauce one came
Honestly,
out of nowhere. Sauce Gardner
the
came out
sauce
of
was
nowhere.
shocking. Yeah, the sauce one I didn't see. The Quentin Williams one, I think same thing. I was hearing things, man. He wasn't happy there. There was some quiet murmurs behind the
Mhm.
scenes of him talking to the coaching staff and the organization, saying he spent his whole career here. He's tired of losing. Understandably so. The dude has put his entire career here, and we haven't done anything with it. That wasn't surprising. I was surprised we got a first and a second for him from him, which that was to more than I expected we would get for Quentin Williams right now, who's kind of on a down year. And the Sauce Gardner one, bro, that one definitely that came in like right after the Quentin Williams news, I thought it was a prank. I thought it was like freaking satire. We just signed a guy to an extension, and for us to be able to offload that contract and for us to go ahead and get the return back from him, I thought, no, there's no way this doesn't make any sense. I wasn't expecting that one. But if you're telling me, did the New York Jets make the right move? I believe they did. And I'm going to explain why, right? The Jets have had a top three defense in the NFL for 3 out of the last 5 years. It's resulted in nothing for us. We haven't won the division. We haven't made a playoff run. Having the number one defense in football didn't matter. It was cool. It was cool to talk about. It gave us some kind of a freaking like, hey, look at us. We're good at something. We have the number one special teams in football right now. It doesn't matter. We're not winning games. So for me, it made sense that you sometimes got to shake things up a little bit. And Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner, part of the original regime, right? And as much as I love Sauce Gardner, I'll be the first to admit this wasn't a cornerback that was a game changer in my opinion. So, Jets
Mm.
fans will argue with me about that. I love Sauce Gardner year one. I liked him year
Well,
two. I think
I'm
last
hearing the
year.
same thing right now about Christian Gonzalez. So a lot of guys, a lot of people want him traded. He's not a game changer. So I kind of see where you're coming from about
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Like if you don't flip, if you're not a Darrell Revis or a Deion Sanders type of cornerback where you can flip the game, like either eliminate an entire side of the field or you can
Completely.
impact the game via turnovers. Like I think at this point we gotta look at that cornerback position and be like, yeah, now you're disposable for the right price. And when you're talking
Expendable, yeah.
about two first round picks and AD Mitchell, a wide receiver I really like coming out of
Yeah, I like
Texas
it.
when he
Yeah.
came out, bro, I was shocked by it, but then I saw the compensation. I was just like, all right, it gives you the ammunition necessary to kind of infuse this team with talent because we're lacking talent all over the freaking
Yeah.
all over the roster. And so for me, the sacrifice had to be made, and it made sense. And you saw a couple of guys like AZ stepping up was
Yeah.
pretty awesome. I was not expecting him to take that much of a leap right away, but boom, he got in there and he didn't miss a beat. I think he was very impactful. He got injured, of course, as is the luck for the New York Jets. But you look at some of the guys you've got back there that stepped in. You got Harrison Phillips, Deron Briggs, who stepped in for the loss of Quentin Williams, and now Briggs has more sacks on the year than Quentin Williams. Like for me, it made sense. And it's kind of funny because it seems like Quentin Williams went to the freaking Cowboys and they're out of the playoffs now. You got Sauce Gardner went to the Colts. They since he's gotten there, they've gone 1-5.
Yep.
So a bit of that freaking that New York Jets magic went with those guys.
And
I'm
y'all been a
hoping.
pretty good drafting team though. Y'all drafted
Yeah,
well. So it's one thing like y'all have talent. Y'all drafted. I don't think the drafts have set y'all back. Y'all pretty good drafting team. Now that
yeah,
was the
no,
old regime. Now we had now this regime here that
right.
just came on. You know, you had a who'd you get this year in the draft? You got
We got Mambu with the
yeah,
first
yeah,
overall,
you
the
got
first round pick.
yeah, you got
Mambu.
Nimble.
We
When I
got
like
Mason
I think
Taylor, who I
y'all
really like for
yeah,
a
your
tight end.
offensive
He's
line
looked
is. I
really
love
good.
your offensive line.
Yeah,
You got two bookend tag. I think you got your future there. Offensive line. Offensive line is solid. I don't think
yeah.
the offensive line has been an issue for y'all this year.
No, it's been quarterback play. If we're being honest about it, man, like it from Justin Fields to Tyrod Taylor, who can't stay healthy to save his life, and then now you got freaking Brady Cook out there, who looks like an undrafted free agent rookie that shouldn't be. Like he's a practice squad guy at best, right? Like that's going to make the offensive line look suspect because those guys hold on to the ball too long. They they roll into pressure. I've watched Justin Fields and Brady Cook roll into the pressure more times than I can count this season. So yeah, the offensive line is getting a bad rap, but it's because the quarterback play has been so horrendous, man. So I like the foundation of what the team has. Right, offensive line looks pretty good. I'm happy about that. I like the running back room as long as we bring back Brees Hall. I'm a fan of Mason Taylor. I think the tight end room could use one more guy, right? But in terms of Mason Taylor being a legit threat in the tight end room, I like that as well. Defensively speaking, man, I love the addition of Briggs and Harrison. I think they've kind of solidified the front line. I think we need some edge players now. I don't know if JJ or Will McDonald are going to be those consistent guys who can get after the quarterback, so that's concerning. There's holes, man. I can go over this. There's holes, but there's enough assets now between the draft picks and $300 million in cap space over the next 2 years, where the Jets can turn this thing around. But the biggest question I'm still stuck with, man, is do we have the coach? If you tell me we're giving Mike Vrabel the kind of assets that we have right now going into the next 2 years, I feel really good. I feel confident. You're seeing Liam Cohen do some pretty impressive things. Ben Johnson freaking doing some awesome things. And I think when it boils down to a guy like AG, who I think started off horribly, we started off 0-7. Then he gave us that 5-game stretch where he went 3-2, where we all thought it was starting to click and it made sense. Just for us to now go 0-4 since then, and these losses have just been embarrassing. Yeah, I look at this thing, man, and I don't know if we've got the coaching staff right to actually use the arsenal that we currently have. The war chest is what I keep calling it in terms of and draft picks and cap space, which could be huge in turning a franchise around. I don't know if we got the guy. AG to me has a lot more to prove, and we're going into next year with giving him a good chunk of that war chest to prove it to us. And that's concerning. Now, he might wind up being the dude. He might decide, maybe it take him a year or two, right, to figure this thing out. You're seeing guys like freaking Todd Bowles who went over to Tampa Bay and he's figured it out, gone to his own way. Like it sucks right now because I'm watching the freaking Patriots. They have the quarterback, they've got the coach, and that's deadly combination. You see the Bills, they've got Josh Allen. He's the best player right now in the NFL. That's kind of scary. And now the Dolphins have already decided like Tua might not be the dude, right? Like, and there's questions about McDaniel, who the next general manager is going to be, and that in itself has concerns because now I'm wondering, well, crap, is everybody around us going to keep getting better or get better while we're still trying to figure it out? And I think that's the concerning part for me. I've been going on as long as I could, Ken. I don't see you on camera. Can you hear me? I'm pretty positive we're live. Well, I'm pretty sure we're live. So I'm gonna keep talking while Ken takes care of the technical difficulties he's currently having. But no, if you're a Patriots fan, man, right now you've got to be feeling pretty good about the way things have turned out this year, right? And I know me and Ken, when we did the preseason podcast, I talked about how I just felt like I wasn't a fan of Drake May. I'd be the first to admit I didn't think Drake May was a franchise guy. I thought there he is.
Sorry about that. You good?
Brother.
Appreciate you carrying on with the show.
I got you.
Yes, sir. I heard the last part you said about about the offensive line and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the draft, this upcoming draft. I know right now y'all picking. Y'all have what
the fourth overall pick right now, 4th and 18th. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all play Buffalo next week, and you got us this week. So assuming y'all lose the next two games,
we will lose both of those games. Yes.
So it looks like the Giants
not a chance in hell.
Yeah, the Giants and Rays are having a tank bowl on Sunday, so one of them probably going to be the number one team. Y'all should at least at worst be a top 3 picking team.
100%. I
So
think when it's all said and done, we're probably going to wind up with pick 2 or 3. I feel
mhm.
more comfortable about it being 2.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And the pick right now would probably be the kid out of India, Fernando Mendoza, probably.
Yeah, so that's the name, right? It's Mendoza, right? You're hearing that Dante Moore might come out,
Yeah, I like
and now
Moore
Ty.
too.
I only quarterback I like in this draft. I'm being honest with you. If we had to go in the first round, it's probably Mendoza. Dante Moore for me, I feel like is a guy. Again, the same thing I said about Drake May, right? He didn't have enough in terms of starts under his belt. He was young coming out. I'm not a big fan of the competition that he's facing off against, and can he and Oregon quarterbacks in general for me have just been one of those things where I'm just like, man, you guys have fooled us before about this, and
Yeah,
so I have some natural bias about that. Same thing with Ty Simpson, right? Alabama quarterbacks don't transition well into the NFL. Some would say Jalen Hurts is an Alabama quarterback. I would say he's more of a product of Oklahoma than he is Alabama. It is what it is. We'll agree to disagree. So for me, I don't like the quarterbacks in this draft class. Fernando Mendoza is the guy, but I'm also not in the boat of like trade the farm to move up to get Fernando Mendoza, because if the Giants wind up getting the first overall pick, they're going to be asking a haul for someone to move up and get Mendoza, because they obviously got Dart.
yeah.
And I am not on the boat of you trade the farm for Mendoza. I don't think he's
Don't
that
do that.
guy.
No, yeah.
No, I think he's going to be a solid starter in the NFL. I think he's got that potential, but I'm not. He's not Andrew Luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think he's in the realm of
I
what
want to
Cam
see
Ward
him
was
against
last year.
Bama next week. I want to see him against
That's
Bama
going to be
next week.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. But yeah, I personally, I'm. I would rather, and people think I'm crazy, I would rather we go ahead and go wide receiver or linebacker with that first pick.
Jordan Tyson,
Um,
maybe.
Jordan Tyson is another guy that I like a lot as well, wide receiver wise. But if we can somehow get Arvell Reese in the building, man, I'd be ecstatic. That's my favorite player in this draft class.
Yeah.
I've heard Caleb Downs as well, which I would hate to go that high in terms of picking a safety. We've done that before with Jamal Adams. It didn't work out, so I don't want to ever go back
I
to
think
that
your
again.
pass rush has been fine. I love Will McDonald. I wanted him out that draft, man. He's an
So,
underrated player. I love McDonald. You got Jermaine Johnson. He's coming back from the Achilles tear. You could
right.
use some depth there, but I wouldn't pick. I don't know if I would go top 5 to get somebody like that.
So what I'm saying is with that, so with Will McDonald, right? Like, he's been up and down, right? Very inconsistent. And that sucks. He's an older guy. He's
He's
25,
not good against the
26.
run, but
He's not good
a
against
good
the
pass
run.
rusher. Yeah.
He can get to the quarterback, right? And then Jermaine Johnson, I'm hoping it's just him getting back from the Achilles, because he's been kind of quiet all year. It hasn't really been the Jermaine Johnson we're used to seeing since coming back from the injury. So I'm hoping it's been a byproduct of him coming back from injury. That's been the reason why he's been slowed. But I still think you need another edge guy, man. I think you need another edge in the building, because in a division where we now have Drake May to worry about, and we now have Josh Allen, who I think is the best football and all player in the NFL. You've got to have guys to get to the quarterback. You got to make them uncomfortable. I don't want those guys, and they're both athletic, so I don't want those guys standing back there having too much time or being able to create plays. You need an edge rusher, man, that can go ahead and disturb the timing in our division specifically, let alone the AFC, which is riddled with some pretty good quarterbacks. So I'm on board with getting an edge rusher, a linebacker, wide receiver. I would rather us spend a day 2 pick on a quarterback like Drew Allar from freaking Penn State.
And he's hurt, so
And
he ain't gonna play right away though. So
he'll be ready to go by the combine. So his injury happened early enough in the season to where by the combine he'll be ready to go. Word is he's already been freaking taking practice reps to get ready for the
and that
combine.
was a leg. He broke his leg or something.
He broke his foot, if I'm not mistaken, or a broken ankle or something like that. Yeah. So I would rather get a guy like that who has the prototypical size, the big arm, right? Who's played in cold weather before, and last year was considered to be a first round prospect, but recency bias has him now falling off of most people's charts in the first 2 days, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I'd rather us go ahead and keep our freaking assets, add to this roster, and then take a shot at quarterback in round 2 or 3 or whatever, or day 2. And then next year is the year where I think that quarterback class coming out, you're going to have the dudes who can compete with the Drake Mays and the freaking Josh Allens in our division. Because people keep talking about, like, yeah, listen, every quarterback that we're looking at, I'm comparing automatically to Josh Allen. And I've heard people come at me because I did a comparison between Fernando Mendoza and Josh Allen coming out of college. And I think Mendoza, in terms of accuracy, better IQ for the game out of college, he has Josh Allen in that aspect. Josh Allen today is an alien. It's just not the same thing. I'm trying to go ahead and see who's going to we can develop to compete with Josh Allen, who's currently the number 1 guy in our division. And if Drake May wants to become the guy, either way, you need a dude that's going to be able to go toe to toe with those guys. So for me, Next year's draft class offers you a better chance at finding one of those guys. But we talked about this earlier on, man. Like the draft, you have to hit,
You gotta
and
hit.
it's all lottery tickets, bro. You never know what you're gonna get. They're all lottery tickets. So I'm in a position right now, dog, that I'm excited about the arsenal that we have to try to get this franchise turned, like this team turned around. But I'm not confident because I don't know if we have the right guys in the building to turn it around.
And I like what you said about okay, the division's kind of upside down because like last year it was the Jets and the Bills. It was the Jets, Dolphins, Bills, all y'all. I mean, well, Bills, Dolphins, Jets, all y'all. The Patriots that was one of the worst teams in the league last year. Now Dolphins, they probably gonna blow it up after the tour's done. Mike McDaniel's probably gone. Jets, y'all going to the quarterback carousel again. So y'all gonna keep Glenn. Mike McDaniel's probably gone. Who knows what if Buffalo gets out in the first round early? McDermott could be on. You know, Allen ain't going to work, but McDermott could be gone. So the division's kind of turned upside down. It's kind of back to the older times now, with the Patriots being close to the top. Buffalo. So right there's Patriots and Buffalo at the top of the division right now. So it's gonna be between Jets and Miami. So who's going to avoid being last or whatnot? So I feel like y'all have a good draft this coming. Y'all can get a quarterback, whatever Miami did. Because Miami, they've been winning games, and now they'll be picking. I don't know where Miami's picking right now.
They're 10th right now.
Okay, 10th. So they don't want They don't want a few meaningless games or whatnot. So they don't messed up the draft slot just a little. They're still top 10, but and who knows?
In this draft class, that's not saying much.
Right. So I think the time is now. If you're a New York Jets fan, if you're in the New York Jets building, you gotta get your quarterback. You got Drake, man. You got Allen. Miami still got talent. Y'all got talent, but I think the time is now for y'all to get the quarterback, get this thing turned around right. And hopefully this new front office, they're giving Glenn probably another opportunity, and your GM Moogie, hopefully they can get everything turned around, and you guys can start competing and just at least compete in the start because we turned around quick. Now I know everybody said the schedule was easy, but you still got to go out there and play those games too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't have them going to Tampa and win. I didn't have them going to Buffalo and win. I had them losing. I had New England. I had the Patriots win about 7 games this year. I didn't have us nowhere near where we are right now. So that tells you right there. And then how's y'all cap space looking for 26?
Yeah, man, we got $100 million in 2026 and then $200 million next year. Yep. Okay. I mean, we got $300 million over the next 2 years, 5 first rounders, 3 second rounders over the next 2 years. Honestly, if the Jets were ever going to figure this thing out, this is the most unique window we've ever had to do exactly that, especially when you're talking about your offensive line is pretty much set. Your defensive interior is pretty much set, right? Because you've got some studs on there in terms of Briggs and freaking Harrison. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. When your trenches are looking the way they are, I would still add an edge or two, maybe another freaking defensive tackle in the building. But for the most part, you got solid pieces on the defensive line, and you've got like really good pieces on the offensive line. Like all these assets, man, you would think this is going to be the time frame for us to put it all together. And I'm just again, I don't know if AG is the guy. 0-7 early on, I began to doubt him. 3-2 in the next 5. I thought to myself he might.
Y'all had some competitive games. Y'all went to overtime with Tampa. You could have beat Baltimore about a month ago. Like y'all had some competitive games. Yeah.
And then, but the last 4 games, bro, I don't know what the heck's going on, bro. I went to the Saints game this weekend, wasted my money.
Oh, you okay?
And I wasn't expecting. I was there. I wasn't expecting the Jets to win that game. I figured we are going to lose that game because one, the home field advantage was going to be the benefit, bro. Tyler Shaw, their quarterback, looked like prime Peyton Manning against us. It was the most watching that game was just disheartening, and you could see the guys on the sideline seem like they're beat. The coaching staff seemed like they're beat. Like, no, that was
you were in Texas. You right there. Okay, I forgot. Okay,
yeah. So that was rough to watch. So I don't know, man. I don't know if the coaching staff is the coaching staff. I don't know if we've got the guys. We let go of Steve Wilkes. But Aaron Glenn is the head of that snake, right? If he's got to be the catalyst of change. I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts the other day, and Jake Asman, and he brought up a very good point. You talk about freaking, Liam Cohen and Ben Johnson, new coaches. Their offenses are top 5 in the NFL. You got Mike Vrabel, you know what I'm saying? Good defensive head coach. He made sure he brought in Josh McDaniels to be his freaking offensive coordinator. Offense and defense, top 10 in the NFL. Like Aaron Glenn, what got him to be our freaking head coach was defense. We have one of the worst defenses in the league. 0 interceptions, 3 turnovers.
I heard that earlier. I thought it was I thought that was a lie. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
It's gross to have to admit that, but 0 interceptions, and you're supposed to be a guy that got here off of the defensive prowess you showed us with Detroit, and your defense is one of the worst in the league. Like, what do you do?
That's
like,
the thing. You don't call plays. A defensive head coach, your side of the ball got to be right.
Your side of the ball got to be 100%. Right, so. But the whole team looks like trash, man. The best thing we got going for us is special teams right now. Chris Banjo is crushing it. But 20% of the game, right? The other 80% is offense and defense, and we suck on both sides.
One more thing before we preview this Jets Patriots and give our predictions before we get on for the day. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, they came in the draft together. Right? Yeah. Which one do you think is more likely to be a part of the Jets in 2026? Because we've heard rumors of Breece Hall. I think Breece Hall is a free agent, right? Okay, we heard rumors about Garrett Wilson, but maybe they could trade him or something. But they did give him a big contract this offseason. Would you be shocked if they traded him? And which one do you think is more likely than not to be a part of the team next year?
If I had to pick one won't be here next year, it'd be Breece. I think Breece would be the one we might have letting go. Garrett Wilson has been the only consistent catalyst we have on offense. You're going to be bringing a new quarterback in this building. If you're a head coach, you need your quarterback to feel comfortable and to have targets. And I think Garrett Wilson is a top wide receiver in this league. I don't think he's been able to showcase it because he hadn't had any real quarterback play. But I think he's going to be on the roster. I do believe that they submit an offer to Breece Hall. But waiting to get to free agency to do that, I think is where they messed up. I think that Breece Hall is going to have suitors. I think he's one of the better running backs in the league. He's been able to accomplish a lot behind one of the worst offenses and one of the worst teams in all of football, where he's facing stack boxes consistently week in and week out. So, and he still makes things happen, right? He's slowed down a little bit the last 4 weeks, but I think a lot of that has to do more so with the coaching staff wanting to not let him get hurt, and they're putting out Isaiah Williams out there and whatnot. If I had to pick one man, I think Breece Hall is one we wind up losing, which would suck. But I think they're going to make an offer to him, but someone's going to make a bigger offer, and he's going to walk.
Moving on to this Patriots-Jets game, man. We talked a little bit in the pre-show before we got ready to come on live. What's really impressed you so far about the Patriots, man? I know you're surprised. I know being in the division, it hurts you, but what's really impressed you so far about the Pats?
If I'm being honest, man, it's Drake May's development. I didn't really think when y'all drafted Drake May that you guys got yourself a guy. I was excited about y'all drafting Drake May. I thought you got a guy who I described it, and I quote, as being bigger Zach Wilson. Clearly, I'm not a general manager in the NFL, and clearly I couldn't be further wrong in regards to what y'all got. But Drake May's development shocked me this year, and the stride he's taken from last year to this year. I mean, he's leading the NFL in some pretty impressive categories, man. Like not almost everything, not just like completion percentage. He's also he's the league leader right now in completed deep passes. He's the league leader in freaking yards per attempt. So every time you see like percentage, like completion percentages, you got to go to okay, what's the yards per attempt? He's throwing freaking bro. He's averaging a depth of target of 7.5 to 8 yards, which is just gross. So like, to see his development has sucked, if I'm being honest, because that's a franchise guy. Like, everything he's shown us that he's a franchise guy. And I keep telling myself, man, hopefully he pulls a Mac Jones and falls off a cliff next year, and this was just a fluke. But the things that he's doing, though, are the kind of things you see in some of the better quarterbacks in the league, some of the franchise guys in the league. So I'm hoping, because I am a Jets fan and I don't want y'all to have a guy, but Drake May has been impressive, bro. Like, it sucks to say it. And people will say the competition's been trash, but y'all can only play who's in front of you guys. And when y'all play who's in front of you guys are beating them up. So, Drake May definitely, man, I think has been the guy. And overall, the turnaround of just the mindset of the overall franchise. So, Vrabel would be a close second for me in regards to how he got these guys to act like professionals. Like, your team they've become a professional organization to the point where Stephon Diggs is playing like a professional player. He's not acting a fool, not acting – he's playing like a pro. So, it goes to show you, man, the benefit of having the coach and the quarterback right, because literally I think y'all got it right. And you see what that did for you guys in 1 year. I was expecting y'all to win 6-7 games.
I was like, listen, they wouldn't think over 7 games. I mean, that's the ice on the cake, but I was expecting like 7. So.
And this is y'all playing with house money right now. Y'all are playing with house money because the Patriots right now are supposed to be in year one of a rebuild. You got the new coach. You needed to put to be year one of a rebuild, and you might be the AFC East champions here. Like, y'all might win the AFC East in the first year. So to me, that's y'all playing with house money, man, and it sucks. It sucks a lot. I really hate it here as a Jets fan. But again, it just goes to show that much work, how much further we have to go as an organization to now compete with. It's not the Bills now. Now it's the Bills and the Patriots that we got to go ahead and worry about again. And again, like you said before, with Tua being benched, McDaniels might be gone. They've already fired Greer. Exactly. So the Jets need to figure it out now, man, because the Miami Dolphins they're changing the regime. So I'm hearing rumors of maybe John Gruden being given an
Wow.
opportunity to become the next head coach for
Didn't
the
know
freaking
that.
Dolphins, and that sounds
Yeah.
horrible to me. That sounds horrible to me, bro, because we would literally have the fourth head coach in
Yeah.
the division based off of the way it stacks up. So I'm really hoping you guys, it's just a Mac Jones experience, and then you guys take a dive
Yeah.
next year. I really am. But again, it doesn't look likely, man. Drake May's been very impressive. And again, Mike Vrabel, as advertised, he was the number one head coaching candidate in this offseason for good reason, and he showcased that thus far this year. So, yeah, the Patriots, man, being back is the worst thing I was hoping to have to admit or say in the 2025 NFL season. But here we are in December, and it's hard to deny the fact that the Patriots have impressed and shocked most people, to
Yeah,
include
Mike
myself.
Vrabel coming in year one, his opening press conference, he said he wants to win the division, build a culture and all that, man. Take advantage of bad football. He did it in year one, man. We've had injuries. You better get to the injury report before we pick the game. We've had injuries and
Yeah.
whatnot. And for him just to change it that quick, that tells you right there it could be done quick, man. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. We just got. I don't want us being one of those 1 year wonders like the Commanders. They played good last year, then they come this year.
Yep.
Now they were hurt. They did get hurt, but then it's just like it's a disaster of a season. They're picking top 10 in the draft or whatnot. So injuries. How's your injury report look? I know we just ruled out a lot. We got a lot of stars. We got a lot of guys not playing.
Oh, yeah.
So I know I seen that Mason Taylor might not play that, and McDonald.
Yeah, Mason Taylor's out. Mason Taylor's out. Will McDonald's out. Our wide receiver Garrett Wilson's out, as you already know. Tyrod Taylor has made it through. He's going to be the backup to Brady Cook. I don't know why. Brady Cook's been trash. Why not just play Tyrod? I digress. So he's out. Justin Fields is on IR, so he ain't going to be there. Our secondary is defeated, man. A.Z. Thomas is out. Brownlee's out. So, like, we're beat up. We're beat up. Hey, our secondary's beat. Our defensive line just took some hits. And I think he's our starting quarterback. And I think John Simpson, I want to say it's John Simpson that might be questionable or doubtful to play. So even on the offensive line, we might be missing one of our starters. So, yeah, man, these injuries. But if I'm being honest with you, bro, we could have came in this game healthy. And I don't think the results are going to be the different. We could have came in this game with Justin Fields and everybody healthy, everybody across the board. And just based off of the way these guys have played the last several weeks, I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think it's going to matter. I think that at the end of the day, this game is already decided. Unless you guys don't show up.
Yeah. I mean, what have you seen from Brady Cook?
This game. Oh, no, he's definitely an undrafted free agent, and he should be a practice squad guy. The guy, he's made some nice throws here and there, right? A lot of it coming in garbage time when the freaking field opens up a little bit more. But in all actuality, man, like, you can't see the field. His pocket presence is non-existent. The pressure doesn't even have to be pressure around him. The thought of pressure causes him to go ahead and collapse and just say, the kid's just not an NFL caliber starting quarterback. There's a good reason why he was an undrafted free agent, and you're seeing it all over the tape. So I think you guys are going to have a field day with Brady Cook. I think there's going to be some interceptions thrown this game. There's going to be some sacks that you guys get this game too. He's giving up sacks like it's candy right now. So if anybody's still trying to get a bonus check based off of the amount of sacks then they're going to get it this game, because Brady Cook's awareness is just non-existent, man. Guy has a nice arm. He can go ahead and make all the throws. But again, I've realized I think we all have. In the NFL, you can make all the throws that's required of you. But if you don't have the processing power, man, or the awareness, you can't play this position. And I don't think he has it. He's clearly a practice squad guy, and it shows all over the tape.
All right, guys, let's take a water break real quick before we come back and pick the show. Give me one quick. Introducing Black Diamond Concentrate from the Diamond Collection, a premium mineral supplement crafted to elevate your hydration experience, infused with 77 essential minerals and naturally alkaline to a pH of 10. It delivers powerful, reoccurring electrolytes to support optimal wellness. Formulated with no dyes, sweeteners, or artificial flavors, Black Diamond Concentrate is 100% natural. Just 2 dropperfuls added to a standard 16.9-ounce bottle of water can transform the way you hydrate. Order today at www.poweredbytmb.com and use code KENSPATSALT at checkout to receive 20% off your purchase. Now back to the show. Guys, go out and get some of your Black Diamond, put it in your water, and enjoy your day, man. Really appreciate it. Black Diamond, 20% off your purchase. Link is in the description, guys. Really appreciate it. Prediction, I think we pretty much know how this game probably going to go. I'm going I mean, we got a lot of guys out, but I think I'm still gonna go with about 23-10 Patriots. 26-10 Patriots. Some kind of weird number for us, something like that. What you think?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go with 26-9. I don't think we score a touchdown. I think it's gonna be 3 field goals from our MVP Nick Folk. So I'm gonna go with I'm with you, man. I was thinking in the 20s as well in terms of y'all output. I'm gonna go with 24 to 9 Patriots this game.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna go ahead and see. I think you guys are gonna use this opportunity to practice some games because y'all play the Buffalo Bills next, right? Dolphins next.
Yeah.
You guys are going to use these next 2 games to kind of like prep some of your offensive game plan for the first round of the playoffs. These are going to be more like practice runs for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go with
just stay healthy. We need to stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Facts. I'm gonna go 24-9 Patriots get this dub, and I don't think y'all secure the AFC East though. I think that's gonna have to wait till the last game of the season. I think the Bills are gonna.
I think Philly gonna beat Buffalo.
I don't, man. I honestly, bro, with Philly, I've not been impressed with them at all this year, man. Jalen Hurts.
I haven't been impressed with the Bills. They have no wide receivers.
Well, this is true. They're winning purely off of the back of Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a one-man show right now.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to find a way.
Bro, did you see how we had them up 24-zip and they came back? What were you? 21-zip. It's 24-7. What were you thinking, bro?
I was just like, oh crap. I was like, yep, that's the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
There it is, passing the baton.
We took our foot off the gas, man. That was crazy.
I could not believe the comeback. I mean, I was excited for it. Again, I hate the Bills, but I hate the Patriots more. Come on, you guys have.
I know you do, bro. I know you do.
I hate the Patriots the most. So I enjoyed seeing it, but I really sat there. I was just like, wow. This is the passing of the guard. This is the changing of the baton because this was embarrassing. And then somehow, some way, y'all just fell asleep in the second half, and then freaking they came back. I was shocked by that comeback. I did not see that coming, but I was glad it did, though. I was glad it did. But man, I still think though, like you're right in terms of the Buffalo Bills. They're a one-man show, bro. Like there's. And then the inconsistencies on defense are just ridiculous to me. It's like some games they show up, most games they don't. Are you guys good or are you bad? I don't know. But I think the Eagles, though, Jalen Hurts, man, he's not played like himself all year. Right. Now, they've got the better roster. But if you force the game into Jalen Hurts' hand and take Saquon Barkley out of the game, I think the Bills can win that game.
But I don't think the Bills can do that because their run defense is good. Cleveland could have beat them last week if they executed a little bit. They could have did it. They could have beat them a couple weeks ago. I even think the Steelers a few weeks ago could have beat them, but Rodgers fumbled and everything went down here for there. I want them to play the Steelers the first round because I think Pittsburgh can get them at home. Everybody wants to see the Steelers. I think don't sleep on Pittsburgh in the playoffs because a lot of pressure on Rodgers and Tomlin to win at least one playoff game. I think they get matched up. Buffalo, I think they can beat the Bills.
See, that's why I think they'll lose. I think the Steelers right now are
Rodgers has looked good the last few weeks, though.
Yeah. I mean, he has. And Rodgers can still sling it. It is what it is. He can still sling it. But I still think that defense, it's old. I think the Steelers' defense is just too old, bro. I honestly, if they make it into the playoffs, I think they'll be the weakest AFC team that comes to the playoffs because the majority of the other teams will have youth on their side, and the Patriots' defense is the highest paid defense in the NFL, and they're old as dirt, bro. They're just old.
The Steelers
defense. Exactly, Steelers defense. TJ Watt apparently is out because of a punctured lung that he got from getting acupuncture.
Yeah.
That don't scream old more than that. You were getting acupuncture and somehow your lung got freaking. How does that, bro? Those guys are up there, man. And I think you're going to see some rust coming out of week 1 because I think TJ Watt's out again this week and going into the playoffs. It wouldn't surprise me if Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin found a way because I think they're both.
I think they're gonna win one game. I think they are.
You think so?
I want them to. Listen. I think Denver probably gonna get the 1 seed. I'm hoping the Chargers beat the Texans tomorrow. That way they got something to play for next week, and then they can. I think they can go Denver win because they don't beat the Broncos. I want the 1 seed, but my gut said we probably can get the 2 seed. I don't want to play the Texans. That's who I don't want to play. I think they'll come and give us some issues. But I want Buffalo.
The Jaguars, bro.
Huh?
The Jaguars right now. I'm looking at those guys. I'm like,
nobody gives no credit. Jacksonville.
They're not. And I think that's the problem. Everybody's sleeping on them, but they've quietly led the league in freaking turnovers on defense. They've got a top freaking 10 offense, a top 5 rushing attack.
Yeah.
It looks like Trevor Lawrence finally figured out how to play football. The Jaguars, to me, are
and
who
they
I
got
would be
playoff
scared to
experience
face.
too. Because Trevor Lawrence just in the
Got
playoffs a couple
playoff.
years ago.
Exactly, bro. And to me, I think they're the team I'm looking at right now. And I'm like, they're well-rounded everywhere. And guess what? They're the healthiest team right now. They're by far the healthiest roster in the NFL. And that's going to help you towards the end of the season. Yeah, the Jaguars, for me, if I'm any AFC team right now, is a team I do not want to play in the first round. And you hope whoever does play them gets them out of there because they're healthy. They've got a top 10 unit on defense, a top 10 unit on offense, a top 5 rushing attack, the number one in terms of turning the ball. And again, they're healthy with playoff experience. I don't want to see the Jaguars.
What's weird? What's your Super Bowl prediction?
Honestly, I got it Rams versus the Broncos.
Rams Broncos. Okay,
I got Rams Broncos. Yeah.
Okay.
That Broncos defense is playing at a top tier level as well.
It's like they're hanging on by a thread. It's like they just be barely winning, man. So I think that ain't gonna work in the playoff. I think a good team.
But the thing is this though, I think Sean Payton is a proven head coach in the NFL level, and that defense, as good as it is it's saying a lot. If it's not the Broncos, it's the Jaguars in my book. But it's between those two teams. And again, I give the Jaguars the nod out only because I'm still expecting Trevor Lawrence to revert back to Trevor Lawrence and become the pumpkin that we've all seen the last 4 years. So I'm seeing him play well, but I'm not believing this is going to be like his story. Exactly. So I think Trevor Lawrence winds up being the reason why the Jaguars lose games in the playoffs. It's because he's going to revert back to himself, which leaves me to think that first time Bo Nix have been to the playoffs already last year, but Bo Nix trusting his legs. I like the rushing attack, man. What's that kid that they got over there? Harvey. Yeah, I like Harvey. He's come off pretty strong, and again, strong defense. And then again, if the Super Bowl goes through them, playing at Mile High ain't no joke, bro.
I know.
Playing at Mile High ain't no joke, dog. Like we went to a game like 5-6 years ago. Just being a fan watching that game.
It's tough. It's tough there.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was tough to play.
The elevation is no joke, bro. Like walking from one place to another, you get out of breath. So
Jacksonville just went down there and won. So I mean,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Though I think they got their one.
Yeah,
I think they got their one. I don't know if they're going to do it twice.
Sounds good, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you doing, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
Yeah, brother, you can find me at New York Jets Situation Report. Man, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. New York Jets Situation Report. I talk at all Jets. I talk AFC East a lot as well. But yeah, brother, it was fun chopping up with you again, dog. I know we said we're going to do it more throughout the season. Yeah. Some things happened. We couldn't get ahead into together for that last Patriots matchup. Yeah. I don't know where I was at. Something was going on. But yeah, man, looking forward to doing it again with you again.
So we'll do something in the offseason, man. Probably free agency about the draft. We'll do something, man.
Yeah, hit me up. 100%.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all the comments. Couldn't get to them all, man. Let's get off. Hey, appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you're sharing the content. Make sure you all subscribe to the Kansas Past Talk Patriots podcast. Go over to my guys on channel New York Jets Situation Report on YouTube. He's on Twitter as well. Make sure you subscribe and follow them there. Make sure y'all tune in Sunday at 1:00. Jets Patriots watch party. We'll be doing a watch party on the stream on the channel, man. So see you guys on Sunday. That's gonna be it for the day, man. I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, bro.